All right, just waiting for some people to pop in the room. Let's see. I have some good news. So waiting for people to come on. I have some very good news to share with people that are following. Maybe some people don't care who are on here, but are not following and don't care. All right. Who does care? Let's see. Hello. Oh, there's somebody in the room. I'm here on YouTube. Oh, there's Diana. Diana, good news. We got our grant money. It finally landed in the bank. So finally today. Hello, Lois. We got our grant funds. The money just landed in the account. So it's like $13,400 we got for the grant. Yeah, so excited. Such good news. So now we can start moving on to the next phase. I mean, we had purchased a property and we had like $3,000 left to start on the wall and the recycling center, but now we can start on the actual market and the wall and the recycling. So now we can get those two things done on this site. So very, very exciting. Yeah, thank you. I was waiting. Like I couldn't start something without it. Like, I didn't want to start it and not have the money come in, but it took a while. It took like a good 2 months to get the money in. It took a minute. So finally got it. Kim just told me this morning. I'm gonna wait for you guys to be on here to share the good news. Yay. And so that's about it. That's really what's going on. Kim has already ordered the cement. He ordered the bricks. He ordered the gravel and the sand. So that might take maybe about a week. No, we haven't tried the oven yet. Haven't even tried it. Too much other stuff going on, but we need to. We need to give it a trial run to see how it works. I need to get a paddle made. You know those really long, like those pizza paddles that they have to scoop the pizza out of those long ovens? So I have to have one of those made. I forgot about that. So that's something, because we won't be able to really reach in there. It's a pretty big oven, so we have to have something to kind of pull the stuff out of the back of the oven. So it just reminded me I gotta have one of those made. But other than that, the lodges are done. The center is done, except for the electricity, the three-phase. We still have to get the three-phase. Now we're moving on to the next project. Nothing we can do about the three-phase. That's just whenever they show up. And it's been how long? A year? Ridiculous. So Kim and I'm going to go in and talk to them when we take our drive down to, was it Mangochi? We passed Mangochi. I told Kim, pull over, let's stop at the office of the power company and say, it's like, you're holding us up. You're really holding us up. We can't feed as many children as we'd like to feed, all for their greed. It's just a bunch of greed. It's just ridiculous that they can't make this happen. It's been really almost a year. It's ridiculous. When did we have the grand opening for the center? Was when? Was that in December? Was that we had like our kind of holiday grand opening of the center was in December? So maybe it's been longer than that because we've been on the list for the. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can make it. Thanks, Deedles. That's really nice of you. Thank you. Yeah, I can have one made. I'll ask the wood guy, the one that's doing the leaves and who did the pineapple in the tree. I'll ask him to make one of those. I just forgot. So many other things been going on. It just totally forgot about it. But we do need to fire it up and see if it works because I just designed it based on some other oven that I had seen up in Dedza. So I'm hoping it even heats up and it works. But we'll see. I just have to cook a lot of things at the same time. I really hope it works. If not, we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on it and figure out how to, make some changes. But I think it will. I don't see why it wouldn't. Just hopefully the heat will circulate enough, for the bread, and I think we'll just do some bread, in the pans. Just bake a whole bunch of bread at the same time and see how that goes. I need to get some wood. I need to get the paddle. What else? But that's done. It's built. It's done. It's ready to go. We still have to get the tables. They still need to be finished. Just a little bit, the outside tables. I didn't like the design. While I was gone, they did the fruit design, and it looks really weird. So they just have to fix a couple little things in there and do the benches, the seats, and then that will be finished over there. I still have the main benches, kind of the playground benches to do. I want to do those myself. I was going to do those as a project with the kids, but that's a whole other thing. I haven't decided on the design yet. That's kind of what's holding me up on that. And then there's a mural that we're going to paint at the center in the back where the women do the cooking. There's a mural I want to do there. And what else? There's still little teeny things, but for the most part, it's done. Lulu, what's up? What's up? I came on here to announce that we got our grant money. It finally arrived in the bank. Just this morning, Kim told me that it finally arrived. So that's a woot woot. Good morning. Yes. Hello. What's up?
How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Good. You finished school? All right. Good. You want to do the bottle caps for the Orange Lodge? You want to do that? Or is that Rich's deal? Yeah, woohoo is right. A big woohoo.
Today we say can go outside.
Oh, the seeds. Yes. Oh, yeah, you can do that.
We just finished.
I saw it. I saw the strawberry seeds. It looks really cute. Really good. So the apple seeds are next. Okay, you can do that. That's even better. Let's get that because people are going to be staying there on Sunday. They're arriving for both of those rooms, for the apple and the strawberry. So if you want to get that finished, that'd be great. Good. All right, get what you need. Get the paint that you need. It's just brown, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, pizza paddle. We're talking about the pizza paddle. Dito said she would pay for a pizza paddle. Yeah, they can make it. For sure. I just have to remember to ask them. But yeah, got the funds, so we can proceed. Kim went ahead, I gave him the cash. He has the money to order the bricks, the cement, and the gravel. So it's already ordered, done, and time to move on to the next phase. We're gonna start. Yeah, it needs to be a really long handle. Yeah, it has to get all the way to the back of the oven. We have to be able to scoop the stuff from the back. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's why it has to be made. Can't buy anything like that here. So I'm so happy that we got the grant money. I was kind of, I knew they would send it, but then it was kind of like, then I was getting a little doubtful because it was taking so long to send it. And then they said they were sending, then they said it was sent and it hadn't arrived. And I was like, Okay, got it. A little bit narrow in the front, so it kind of scoops it. Okay, I didn't even think of that. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't even think of it. So it has to be kind of angled down so it can go underneath it. See, I didn't even think of that. All right. See, that's why I have you guys on here. I need support. You offer support in many ways. So thank you. I wouldn't have thought of that for the design of it. All right, good. Got it. Got it. And I should be seeing him soon. The guy who's doing the leaves, he's my wood carver, so I should be seeing him soon. He should be done soon. What do you need? It's in the back. There's no sun in the back. You don't need to wait for anything. Go on. What are you talking about? It's so nice out. That's so crazy. If you wait too late, then it gets dark soon. It's 2 o'clock now. It's going to take you, how many hours did it take you to do the strawberry seeds?
Like 1.
Oh, it only took you 1 hour to do all of them?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Then wait as long as you want. Wait till 5 o'clock. I wouldn't wait till 5. I would maybe 4:30? 3:30? Okay. Another hour and a half. So you want to say hello to everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here. Got my buddy here.
Hi.
My painting buddy. They're finished with school, so they're done with their exams. So we should see maybe in a week the exam results, and then we're going to send it to all of the sponsors and make decisions about what to do. We will recommend, Diana says hello. So we'll make recommendations and ask the sponsors what they want to do. Carabo's exams will be here in August. I don't know exactly when, but that'll be August. And I believe, is Carabo the only one that was in Standard 8?
You know what?
Who else was Standard 8? Of the Chipatso kids, not the primary school. Do you know, is there anybody else in Standard 8?
Like,
No, at Yonko.
yeah. Got the him, but
No, he's not in Standard 8. He's at Chipatso school. So who? Anybody else take the Standard 8 government exams?
from Chipatso.
Yeah. No.
That's correct.
Okay, just Carabo. All right, so he's the only one that we're going to wait. That's what I thought. I didn't think anybody else was. So we'll wait to see how he does. And what else? Sharon is on her way back. She's taking the motorcycle back with her suitcase of stuff. I don't know how she did. We'll see how she did. Hola, ¿cómo está usted? And what else? And then the college guys are here. I know, I'm so curious. He came by the other night again. He stopped by again to say hello. He's kind of been cruising by, keeping in touch in case he thinks that maybe he did well. He thinks he did well. So, he wants to make sure that we remember him. But he knows. He knows, yeah. And then who's Standard 7? A few, right? Maybe, I don't know how many are Standard 7. Do you know?
Joe.
Joe, I think he did okay. Joe's Standard 7?
Yeah.
No, Rich is
Joe.
not.
From Jenga.
From primary school?
From Young.
From Yonko. Joe is Rich's brother.
No. He's supposed to say like.
I'm getting confused now. Joel with an L. That's why. Okay, Joel is Standard 7. Okay, so. And anybody else? He's the only one? A lot of Standard 6, a lot of Standard 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's most of our groupers. So yeah, Joel. Thanks. Lulu knows all their names, so she knew it was Joel. Yeah, so, we'll see. We shall see. And hope that they all do well. And the ones that don't, we're going to recommend they go to the public school, that their sponsors no longer sponsor them in private school, that they can just continue at Cape Maclear Primary. And then if they do well and get accepted to high school, then maybe their sponsors will come back on board and help them attend high school. But not to have them at Yonko anymore if they're not doing well there, if they're not succeeding, then there's no point in pushing them if they're failing classes there. They might as well be in the public school system. And then if they do well, go to, hopefully the sponsors will help them in high school. And what else? That's it, Just keep plugging along every day. See what happens. And then we have the birth certificates for Rich and Trevor. We have their birth certificates, so we're going to go ahead and get their passports now. For Raheem, he got a C in my English class. I don't know how he did in the other classes, but he pulled through. He got a B. He had a D in my class and got a B on the final exam, and I'm counting it 50-50. So that was worth half the grade is the final exam, and he got a B on the final exam. He pulled through. He really wants to go to Kilimanjaro, but now the only problem is because he's 16, he has to get what's called national ID, which is different than the birth certificate. If you're below 16, you get a birth certificate to get a passport. But if you're 16 or older, you get a national ID. So because the national ID, we didn't get it yet. It takes a longer time to get the national ID. So I don't know because he studied his behind off this past week so he could get a good grade. So he really wants to go. But I don't know how he did in his other classes. So he ended up getting a C in my class. I don't know what he did in the other classes. But if he got at least all C's in those classes, then he can go. But he may not be able to go because of this national ID thing. We're still waiting on that. So we're going to go ahead and get the passports for the other two kids. So for sure, 2 kids are going. And I think I offered Brave a trip for his graduation present. So he says he wants to do that. So I think Brave, the two boys, and myself. So just be four of us. Yeah. They're all good kids. It's just, some of them just having a tougher time getting through school. But I don't think any of the kids in the program are bad kids, right? None of you are stealing or hurting other people, right? No, they're all good kids. But studying makes a big difference. It will be the beginning of September. They don't have to be back at school till September 15th, so I think we'll go the beginning of September. It's going to be the end of August because I wasn't sure about the dates of school, but we'll make it in September, the beginning of September. But for sure, Rich, I think he'll do. He did very well the past 2 terms, so I'm sure he'll do well in his final exam. Trevor did well in all of his classes at Chipatso school. And Raheem pulled through. I don't know what he got in his other classes. Let's see what he gets in his other ones. Yeah, they're very excited. I mean, it's coming up soon. It's only a month and a half away. It's not that far off. Yeah, they're very excited. I mean, Raheem pushed through. He really wants to go. So, he studied his little booty off. But there's still there's still 3 other classes. He's still to take math class. Math is tomorrow. He did my class. My test was on Tuesday. I was the first one to give the test Tuesday, and then Wednesday was Brave with his science test. Then Angela's was today, which was a Chichewa class. So she gave her test this morning, and Kim's is math, and that's tomorrow. Oh yeah, and just turn around. It'll be here. Oh, the pictures. I put it on the latest video on TikTok. Maybe you can put that over on YouTube too, Lulu. It's all of the photographs. Well, not all of them because, okay, so up until yesterday, the photographs of Ben and Lena, their pictures, I just put up a little video montage of the photographs that they've been taking. There's some really cute pictures. There's a cute picture of me with the dogs hiking. There's a cute picture of the dogs running through the land in front of us. They like to chase after goats, so he got a really funny picture of the dogs chasing after the goats. Yeah, but it's all his pictures, and there's a picture of the guava and a picture of the grape, him standing in front of the grape mural. So those are up there. They look fantastic. So when he comes back, I asked him to do a watermelon in my house. So I get another mural out of him. It's not going to be as large, I don't think. I don't know. I told him just do wherever he wants to do it. I don't care where he does it. So we'll see how big it is. But we're thinking, where I have my pots and pans and the pictures, I'll take the pictures down and put those somewhere else. Probably on my door. Oh, no, they haven't left. So I lost my train of thought. They rented kayaks, and they're kayaking out to Domwe Island, and they're going to camp on Domwe Island for the night. They had to take a guide with them, but they're kayaking out there. They'll stay on Domwe Island for the night, and then they're coming back tomorrow morning, or mid-morning, whenever they head back. And they'll stay Friday night, and they're going to leave Saturday morning. And I've asked the boys if they'll do some drumming on their way out. They don't know yet, but I'd like to have kind of a farewell little drumming thing for them as they're leaving on their bikes, as they roll out, and I'll videotape it. It'll be kind of sad. I really like those guys. They've been very, very helpful. Lots of ideas. They've helped me with, done a lot of some video, not a lot, like 4 videos for me, it's a lot of work because they've been editing them. I usually don't edit anything. I just put up pictures or I put up a video. I never, ever edit because it's very time consuming. So they've been spending hours and hours interviewing me, editing the videos, putting them up. So, they put in a lot of hours just doing the video stuff. And he's been painting for hours and hours, like all day, the last 4 days. And before that, the 2 of them were tutoring kids in English. So yeah, they've done a lot since they've been here. Great volunteers. More than happy to have them back. All of the volunteers have been fantastic that we've had through here. There hasn't been one set of volunteers where I've thought, oh God, can't wait to get them out here. None of them. We've had really great volunteers. Now, I did apply for a German volunteer program, but what they wrote back was kind of like a negative, but I'm going to spin it around because I think they don't understand what we're doing here. And there really wasn't anywhere on the application to explain what we're doing. So they just looked at the website and they asked a few questions. They're like, oh no, well, they just thought we want volunteers just like tutor kids or something. But it wasn't like we need help with other programs that we want to start here. So they didn't really quite understand that. So I have to write back. I got to do that today. I should do it today. Write back, and I'm going to show them now a plan. The plan of all the new things that we're building and what things we're going to have here. So maybe then they'll reconsider. And they said that they don't want volunteers staying in a place that has kids on site. But it's like, well, they don't have to stay here. They can go stay in the village somewhere. I don't care where they stay. I mean, I understand that. I think that's smart of them to do that. I don't blame them for that at all. But that's what we have here. So if they want their volunteers staying here in that kind of environment, then there are 21 lodges here. It's not like they can't find a place to stay. I mean, seriously, a ton of lodges here. Tons. Yeah, so I'm just going to write them back saying, I think you misunderstood what we're doing here. It's not just tutoring kids. We also need help setting up a mechanic program. We need setting up, all sorts of different programs that we're going to have going on here. We have that whole vocational school area. It hasn't been built, but we can sure use somebody's help to plan it out, to strategize, to tell us what equipment we need, what we can order, what we should order, what we don't need. I mean, we need people to help with that. So I have to write them back and say, I think you were mistaken from our application, because there really wasn't anywhere to put what your future plans were in the project. It just asked you what you're doing now and what you're looking for. But I put mechanic, but I don't know why they didn't think that was, but I couldn't put that we're opening a mechanic shop. Do you know what I mean? They only went by what they saw on the website and what the answer to their questions. So there was no other place to, yeah, no need to lodge a complaint. Yeah, seriously. I'm like, are you turning us down? You can't turn Chipatso down. Are you crazy? Exactly. We need an architect, we need an engineer, we need technical people, we need, all sorts of people in social media. We need all that kind of, everybody, anybody and everybody we could use. We need hotel, restaurant management. We need all that stuff. So I don't know what they were thinking, but there's nowhere to put that on their application. They just look at a website and, assume like, oh, well, this is what you're doing and goodbye. Maybe it does. I have a tab for volunteers. I do, and on the tab for volunteers, it says that we need people to help paint, to tutor, because that's all that we have going now. I don't have anything future projects on the website. So I guess when they looked at the website, they never saw our future projects and they never asked about future projects. They kind of just went by the website. Yeah, we have new building. They don't know what we're doing. They didn't ask for any of that. I don't know. I have no idea. I really don't know about that. Brave would know. But he did a census. I don't know. I have to ask him. And they have very big families here too. People have very large families, like 6, 7, 8 kids. And the average age, was it life expectancy is 60 years old. I know that is 60. Possibly 62 at the very highest, but it's pretty low average life expectancy here. It's bad. There's a lot of infant mortality, young children that die of different things, so that could also skew numbers. It's rough here. Very little hygiene, so people get sick a lot with different diseases. Not a lot of people have access to soap or areas to wash hands, to bathe. It's rough. People bathe in the lake, but there's very little soap, body soap, laundry soap. That has a lot to do with, hygiene and diseases and all that kind of stuff. Ringworm is very prevalent here. A lot of kids have ringworm. They're not able to wash their clothes properly. They don't really have like hot water. There's no plumbing. There's no sanitation. There's nothing here. It's a village, definitely. So now I still haven't heard back. I still have 2 other grants that I applied for that are for can't even think straight today. I'm always tired. I'm always fumbling my words and tired. I never have a good day where I can have a coherent thought. I would say coherent thought. What is it? Irrigation. That's it, irrigation. So I applied for 2 more grants for big irrigation projects, like really big. One out to Kasanga, our 5-acre farm out in Kasanga, to see if we can get some irrigation out there and to help irrigate some of their farms out there. There's a lot of people farming, but not able to grow a lot because of the weather patterns that have changed here. And then a huge irrigation project here in the village, very big project here to bring irrigation out to the farms out in this area as well. As every family has a farm here, I'm pretty sure. Does every family in the village have another piece of land for that they do farming for maize? Everybody? Yeah. So that's how they grow their maize for the year. And because of the bad rainfall for the past 2 years, very few people have gotten enough maize for the rest of the year. So they've, a lot of people going hungry because of that. Now they've just harvested the maize, or recently harvested, so they probably still have their own maize, maybe, or I don't know. Are people still eating the maize that they grew, or they've run out already? Do you know?
Some they are not out already.
Okay,
They eat.
yeah, okay. So some have run out already, and some still have some. But it's not a good situation because it's only the maize is not harvested until February or March. When?
Maybe March.
March. So they plant in October. So it's still a long ways to go until March. So it's only July, like 9 months left until like the next harvest. So it's bad. It's gonna be very bad here. Yeah, because if you spend, it cost us, we spent $600 on seed and fertilizer and paying people to till the land and do all that stuff. That was $600 I lost the first time. I said, Kim, I'm not willing to lose another $600 to try and grow corn again. It's silly. It's better to just buy it and be sure of having it, instead of, throwing away money if they're not able to harvest it again. Yep, exactly, Paul. Exactly. Just it gets as you get closer, as it goes on and on in the year, when we get to the end of the year, it's going to be very expensive. Yeah, I know. How many bags do they get from their farm? And who's farming for her? Upendo and the kids? Like, who's doing the farming? Because I don't think she would be able to do the farming. Are there other family members, or who's taking care of her portion of the farm? Well, the year we did it, we got 5 bags of corn, which is nothing for $600. Yeah, very hard for her. Like, how is she even doing it at all? I don't know. Okay, her sisters help. Well, how old are her sisters? Lulu, do you know how old she is? She looks like she's 90, but I don't know. I don't know how old she. Do you know her age? Wow, that's nothing. That's nothing. From all that work, I can't even imagine. It's a lot of physical labor. Oh, she's almost 70. Wow. She looks a lot older than that. This is a rough life here. Seriously, people age very fast here. And she's probably ancient. I mean, compared to the other villagers. I mean, she's like, because that's very old here. Right? Ours was 600 because we had 2.5 acres that we planted. Maybe she only had like a half acre that she was planting. I don't know. It's expensive. I think we planted 2 acres, I think. So maybe she has like a quarter of an acre that she did. I don't know. 2, 4, 6. I'm trying to think, maybe. But it's probably more expensive this year than it was the first year that we did it too. I bet the price of corn, even just the corn to plant, was probably more expensive than it was when we first did ours, because we didn't do it the second year, and probably it went up because there was so little corn from the previous year, right? That they would even use to plant. Whatever. I don't know. It's expensive. It's getting very, very expensive. Yeah, half acre. Yeah, that's what I figured. Oh, she looks. She's 80. If I had to guess, I would say 80. I mean, she's only 10 years older than me, Lulu. Or she's 9 years older than me, Lulu. Yeah, a very hard life. I'm 60. She's 69. So was it her daughter was Upendo, Sevia, and Christina's mother? Was that her daughter or was it her son? Was it, I don't know. She was a parent of which, the daughter or the son? Do you know? I'm assuming the daughter because the kids went to her instead of the other family. But now it's a very tough life here. Mm. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. Whew. Can you believe it? I can't. I can't believe I'm 60. Yeah, I know both of the parents did, right? I don't know from what cause, but yeah, I didn't know that they're double orphaned. I knew that. So what about Christina's father then? Is her father still around? Lulu probably knows more of it than I do. Lulu, spent time with the family, so she may know more about the family than I do. I'm sure it's written down someplace. We have like dossiers on all the kids somewhere. Yeah, we have like Robert had forms filled out for all the different information. Mm. Wow. That's sad. Very sad. But Upendo's doing much better this year. I'm very proud of it. Most of the kids that are the ones that are still at Chipatso that went through the Chipatso tutoring thing are doing pretty well in school. Actually, very well. Netis, Selena, Upendo, they're all doing really well. And the kids that didn't make it are not in the program anymore because they didn't make it through that tutoring, and mm, and even the ones this year, we started with 10 kids in the Chipatso school and only 6 finished. 4 of them were asked to leave the program. Well, one is still in the program, but only nutrition program, not part of the education program, so only nutrition. But it's like just kind of weeding kids out that are not serious about their education. That's all you can do. Now, this is an education program. I mean, it's not an art program. It's not a music program. It's an education program. So if you're not serious about education in general, like I was not a good student. I tried telling the kids yesterday. I was a terrible student, you know, and I feel bad about asking kids to leave the program, but that's what this is about. I mean, I can't, in good faith, ask people to support kids in school when the kids are failing school. That's just not, what I'm going to do. But have discussed with sponsors. I always discuss with the sponsors first, what they think, what they want to do. It's their money. If they want to continue paying for these kids that are failing to continue in private school, that's on them if they want. But I'm trying to be a good buffer, in between, because I had it happen to me. I mean, I was sponsoring 10 kids and ended up with 2 out of 10 that I was sponsoring personally for 6 or 5 years, 6 years. 5, well, 6 if you want to count Brave continuing. But yeah, it's like there's a lot of, weirdness that goes on too. So, in order to have it, work the way I'm envisioning it working, that, we do see these kids get into secondary and to university, then I want to make sure that the kids are serious. If they're not serious, then they can go and do something else. And then hopefully we'll have the vocation school set up. So if they can't get into secondary, if they don't want to continue into secondary, that we have an option for the kids in the program. Because right now there is no option for anybody in this village. There are no options. I mean, Mike, come over here, Mike, come here. Come here. You're better to explain. Come on. Help me out. Come on. It's good, like English conversation. Come on. Let's practice. All right, Mike. If kids finish primary school, but they don't get into secondary school, what can they do in the village? What jobs are there in the village for them to do? Come. You gotta be closer. For, like, if you're let's say you're 16 and you don't get into secondary school. What would you do? What are the jobs? What can you do to make money?
Fishing.
Fishing. That's it?
I just know that fishing.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it? Oh, I'm sure it helps. It has to help. Hey, Maya, I just saw you pop on here. Yeah, I'm sure food makes a big difference in your education. If you're eating well and you're able to concentrate, the kids that were referred to Chipatso from the public school are kids that were passing out in school. They're falling asleep in school because they don't eat. And so those are like their top students at the school were not eating, so they were falling asleep and passing out in school. Yeah, it's really sad. So fishing. Sometimes a tour guide, but the tour guide association is so packed and there are so few tourists that there is no way you're going to get a job in tourism here. There is no way. They have it locked down. So few tourists and all the tour. Imagine as many tour guides as there were, from 5 years ago with 20 lodges full of people, and it went down to like nobody coming here. Then, so the tour guide's not going to allow anybody else in the tourism business. That's over. Fishing, that's it. And for women, it's raising a family, having babies. That's it. There's nothing here for anyone to make any kind of money, to succeed, to help get out of poverty, to help their families out of poverty, to put any kind of a decent structure with homes that aren't going to fall down on them. I knew Mighty, who was our driver. Did you guys hear when that was a long time ago that his son and nephew were in his uncle's house and the house fell on top of the two kids because the water was coming up from the lake and the house was so old and couldn't withstand, I guess, the water, and it fell on top of the two boys. I'd be taken to the hospital. He had really bad back injury. Luckily, it wasn't anything permanent, but it was really scary. But yeah, I mean, it's just, they don't have money to fix up their homes. Unique's home is in terrible condition. We offered them to live here, but I guess her sister is getting married, so now maybe her husband will have money to help them fix up the house, but that house looks like it's going to fall over on somebody. It's bad. If they're lucky, Paul, if the family can feed them once a day. And our kids as well. The Chipatso kids as well. We're sometimes only eating one meal a day. Sometimes not even that. That was all the kids in our program. They're all from the same village, same situation. Yeah, they're protecting their jobs, the tour guides for sure. And if you walk up and down the street, Maya knows, and Lulu too, if you walk up and down the street, they have all these little gift shop, outdoor kind of gift shops, all these guys trying to sell, necklaces and wood trinkets and all this stuff. No business at all. There's nobody buying anything. And that's how those men support their families. That's a union as well. Those shopkeepers are a union and the tour guides are a union. But there's nobody buying anything in the village. There's very few tourists. Very, very few. And I'm probably single-handedly supporting the guy that I have carving, leaves and the pineapple, and he did our keychains. He's done the door signs. He's done a lot of little wood, jobs, carving stuff for us. So I'm probably the one supporting him doing that stuff. No one's buying anything. It's really, really sad. Yeah. We're the only feeding program in this whole village of 24,000 people. We're the only nutrition program. I think Charlie feeds his kids. I think they get breakfast and lunch at Charlie's preschool. I think he feeds the kids there. But I think there's 40 kids at the preschool there. So I think they get fed. Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine? We just came through here as tourists and just fell in love with the place and wanted to help. So Charlie, what is it? Changing Stars Malawi. He does education and a little nutrition just for the kids in the preschool, and he also built the library for the community. And he gives us clothes. He has a big container of stuff sent from England, and I don't maybe once or twice a year. And he gave our organization a lot of clothes for our kids, and we gave out all sorts of stuff, jackets and uniforms. And he gets old uniforms from private schools and still like discontinued uniforms, I think, stuff like that, and blazers and stuff from these private schools. So sometimes I'll see our kids like Raheem wears this dark green blazer from some private school in England. It's pretty cute. It's funny. You guys you gonna work on the seeds or the orange?
Seeds.
Maybe one of you can do the seeds and one of you can do the orange. Are you split forces? Yeah? No, you guys like to do it together?
Yeah.
All right. Have your buddy out there with you? Oh, wow. Okay, great. But you heard what happened the last time. Hey, Brian, what's up? How do you say that? Wait, let me see if I can say. Makana. Wait. Makana Yamali? Makana Yamali? Did I say that right? Trying to say that. He tried to give out clothes at the library, and he was like overwhelmed. There were like people pushing and screaming and trying to grab clothes, and he like had to shut it down. Hey, Sylvia, what's up? He shut it down. He stopped giving out the clothes and he was selling them like very, very cheap. Like I think like 200 kwacha or something he was charging or something just to like make a little bit for shipping costs. But but wait, why is that an issue? Stealing because they don't have any money and they're starving? Yeah, there's not that much theft here. Surprisingly, there's not that much. You'd be surprised. I mean, it surprises me. It's very, very little theft that goes on here. It's very safe, and there's no physical danger at all. I think there was a fight once, and the guy died because somebody picked up a piece of wood and clunked him on the head. They were drunk and they're having a fight outside, and accidentally killed the guy. But that was it. Like there are no weapons. Nobody has guns. Nobody has no knives or anything are going to be coming out or anything like that. It's a very, very safe village, and I feel perfectly safe walking around here. Yep, exactly. And I said, Charlie, I even said, I said, would you like our help? I said, we've done this many, many times. We know what we're doing. We have it all organized. We have the boys here will help. The older boys will help in Chichewa, letting people know that they keep acting like that, they're going to be kicked out of the line. We have it all organized. He's like, oh, no, 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 we can do it. No, 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 we're good. We can handle it. And he shut down like 20 minutes or not even that. I think they just like, nope, we're not giving out anything. You guys are acting crazy and we're done here. Yeah. Yeah, nothing. It's very safer. I'm from Los Angeles, California, USA. But yeah, giving out the shoes is like crazed. I mean, that is like nutty. I haven't done that in a long time. Just like, it's too much. I can't do it. But I see a lot of kids now walking around with no shoes again. The flip-flops only last maybe 4 or 5 months, so kids are back to being barefoot. Yes. Oh, yeah, where they were fighting each other for some corn? Yeah, absolutely. Lots of dogs keep going in and out. Yeah, absolutely. It gets nutty here sometimes. But it's always about food. Listen, Fru, I will never, ever get married again as long as I live. But if you'd like to donate to the organization, that would be very nice of you. Yeah. Breaking down the fence and throwing kids over the fence. A parent was like tossing a kid over the fence. Which is nuts. Yeah, thanks, Diana. I was like, whatever, just laugh. A marriage proposal. I don't get that very often. Where's Romeo? Romeo hasn't been around. I don't think Romeo follows on YouTube. I think he's only on TikTok. But I think the last time I told Romeo to make a donation, I think that was the last time I heard from Romeo. I didn't hear from Romeo again after that. Wait, didn't you just block the comment? uh, Definitely. Someone who could spell and someone who wants to help me with this project. Someone who has money to help me with this project. That's the only time I would ever marry again. Otherwise, I have no need. I have no need for them at all. No need at all. There's nothing they can do for me that I can't do for myself. Hey, Vaughn, what's going on? Yeah, unless they want to build a vocational school. That's it. That's it. I don't need you. I don't want you. Leave me alone. Anybody on here want to help build a vocational school? Any single men on here who want to live in a village in Africa? That's another thing. Like, they'd have to move here. Like, I'm not moving anywhere else. That's it. Exactly. That's right. Janelle, I forgot to call you back last night. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't take it personally, please. But you can take it personally because I did forget to call you back. Exactly. That's it. That's it. Maya. That's it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Right? That's it. Oh, Sylvia's birthday too. I'm sorry, Janelle. Forgive me. I don't think there was anything else to talk about, though, was there? Were we in the middle of anything important? I don't know. Oh, wait, Janelle, you missed it. We got the money. We got the grant money. I just came on here to say that we got the grant money. We just got this morning. Kim came in and said, I have some good news for you. I was like, good, because I need some good news. Because the power had just gone off. I need some good news. So, yeah, we got the money. Yes. Yes. So now we can move forward with the Market Cafe. Yay, 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 yay. Woot, woot. We're on a roll. So waiting for Maxwell to come back with his estimate. But I'm going to go ahead anyway, right? I mean, it is what it is. It's not we're going to get a better contractor out here to do the work. Trust him to do what he needs to do and for a good price. So they are a lot totally. And so, yep, bakery time. Bakery time. I gotta make lemon bars for the people that are volunteering. They're camping tonight. They went to Domway Island. So when they come back, I said tomorrow morning I'll have the lemon bars. I kept promising and then didn't get around. But tomorrow I'm making lemon bars in the morning. Maybe I'll do a live making the lemon bars. Everyone can watch and drum up some more hours. But my lemon bar, they're so easy to make. They're foolproof. Totally, they're so easy and they're really good. So I'll do that tomorrow morning before they get back. And that's it. I'm working on my scarf for our trip in a couple weeks. I'm doing my scarf. I gotta do a hat. I have a week and a half. Yeah, really. Where's Romeo? He's on TikTok. He's not here. Woo, girl. Woo. The big old 6'8". Now, Sylvia had a fun birthday party a few years ago. Was that your 60th? That couldn't have been. Was that 8 years ago? Was that on your or, wow, I think that was your 60th. Yes. Yeah. Well, it'll be on the same it'll be at the end of the lot where the center is. I'm gonna post a picture. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now so you guys can see the layout. Wow, that seems like yesterday. And she made such good food. Oh, you guys are really close to each other. Look at your birthdays are right next to each other. Yeah, Sylvia, how many days were you cooking for that party? How many days did you spend? 3? I bet you spent 3 days on that. It was a lot of food. There were a lot of people, and it was a lot of different kinds of food. Or you cooked up a lot of different dishes. I know my mom spends a week for Thanksgiving. She makes stuff, and then like she'll freeze the cranberries. She makes fresh cranberries, and she'll freeze those. And then she'll do it, and she'll make the stuffing, the bread part, and she'll freeze that. So she does a lot of stuff over. It takes her like a week for Thanksgiving, and that was you put on a big party. It was fun. Music was great. Dancing, that was really fun. Oh no, that's what's at the end. That's what Kim didn't want it near the center at all. So there's going to be trees and the water tanks and everything between the recycle center and the nutrition center. It's at the far end, and it's not going to be a huge, huge, huge center either. I mean, it's you know not giant. So um, wait, what is it? Yep, a week. Wait, what is that? Is that your birthday? Is it a week? Wait a minute, I'm getting mixed up. Maya, what are you saying now? A week for what? For their birthdays? No, theirs is in August, not July, August. Oh, a week. Oh, God, I'm not following you. I'm sorry. Preparing for parties or Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. A week, yeah. It takes us a day just to make desserts for Thanksgiving. We spend a whole day making all the pies. We make like 5 or 6 pies. It takes us a day. My mom will make the dough ahead of time and have it in the refrigerator. So even that is like not part of the day. So that's even made ahead of time to save time because we roll them out, make the filling, bake them, and whip them out. Yes, 3. Oh, 3 days it took her. Yeah, it's a really fun party. What else? What else? What else? All right. Oh, that's why you say that. Oh. We don't have any producing eggs yet. And the hate to say it, I don't want to announce it, but my friends died. My guinea fowl died. I know I can't wait for Thanksgiving. Oh, I haven't had that food in years. It's been a long time I haven't had Thanksgiving dinner. Oh wow, a month planning that. Woo! Wow. Yep. That Kim said they got some kind of disease. That's why he says not to buy anything from the local people here anymore. He said next time he's going to get the birds from a place that actually breeds birds to sell. They probably give them more antibiotics and stuff. He said just buy from someone local. They're not giving them the right antibiotics. So if they get sick or anything, then it just spreads. Oh, we already did. Kim already placed the order, and I gave him the cash already. So hopefully maybe by the end of the week, we'll be able to break ground. What I asked Kim to do first, what I would like to do is to mark out on that land where these different things are going to be. So it's kind of marked out ahead of time so we know and can adjust. Because maybe we want to move something out even bigger, make it even larger and try and, adjust. I just randomly came up with sizes. I'm not really planning that much ahead. It's like, okay, like my house. You know, I just did my house was just a sketch on a piece of paper. I didn't do any kind of special plan or anything. The whole thing. All Chipatso was literally just a sketch on a piece of paper. And I put, okay, 5 by 5 meters here, 6 by 9 meters here. If I just like had the bathroom here. I mean, very, very crude designs that I did for all of Chipatso, and it all worked out. And for the center, the bathrooms could have been bigger, but I wanted to leave room for the pantry. And we could have brought it out farther. I don't know. They're like different. I don't know. We just went with that size. It seemed like it was big enough, but in hindsight, I would have made the office because right now it only really holds 2 people. And with all the things that we get from Lulu and from different donations, we're kind of out of room with stuff. Would have had a bigger office, but it's good. It fits 2 people, which is fine. So it's Angela and Brave are there, but when we have this other space, we're gonna need a big office area for the people that work in the market, the people that are working the the recycling center. So every manager of all those different things will have space in a much bigger office area. No, I have plans. I'll put them up. I made plans for this one. For the next one I did. I have my laptop. I just didn't make plans for that. I was like, just, rough it out. It didn't seem like it was that serious, but I did for this next thing. I have it planned out. I know, you don't need anything here. You just do it. Yeah, you'll see. Okay, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to post it right now so you guys can go see it. And Janelle, as soon as I post it, I'm going to call you because I owe you a phone call from yesterday. So let me do that. All right, everyone. See you later. Just happy that we got the money in the bank and we're going to start rocking and rolling.